Welcome to this latest installment of Greensboro Business Profiles. I'm your host, Carla Banks. Join me as I feature a variety of business owners who choose to call Greensboro their home. It goes without saying, the small business community is critical to our local economy. Greensboro Business Profiles highlights their services and celebrates their contributions. Let's meet today's profile.
Give It to the People came about because it was originally a live stream podcast. We were doing it on Facebook, and then we decided that what we would do is bring events to people because we were talking to small business owners, specifically BIPOC businesses, nonprofits, and women-owned businesses to be able to bring awareness about what they do in the community. And so that was going really well. Then COVID hit, and we decided to shift to doing everything online. Once we did that, then we saw that people still wanted the same things, but they wanted connectivity. So we started doing these micro gathering events, which were really small events between 10 to 30 people, where we would still have an education focus, but we decided to change it a little bit different and make it mental wealth as well. So mental wealth was our idea of getting your mind right and getting your money right, being able to network with other people. And we then transcended that into a conference. So once we kept, just getting bigger, we decided, well, look, what do people really need? And we focused on curating content for people. So we opened up a curated content studio October of 2022, and we made the decision that we were going to help other people create great content so that their businesses could be seen as well. So podcast wise, we still help people do that. We also help people to create their content that they put out on their social media platforms. And we do one-on-one consultations with people as well, so that this way they can expand their business, because I think one of the biggest things that's always missing in business is the marketing. So our goal was really to help more people be seen, but be seen in a light that they really felt like was them, something that was really authentic to their business, and show them how to do things. Because I think that's some of the biggest problem is, you can tell a person, go on Instagram, post. That's great, but do they really know how to use it? Where do they get music from? How do they do transitions? All of those kind of things are the things that we help people with so they can learn practical skills that they can replicate. Give It to the People was founded on mental health. We found that during the pandemic, depression, anxiety, stress of doing a business, and then it's myself and my husband, and so becoming what we like to call couplepreneurs, right? Working together as a couple in order to create a business is a unique situation. People have been loving it. I mean, the biggest thing that I would say for us is people said that they needed accountability. It wasn't that they didn't necessarily know how to do stuff, because, I've been teaching classes for years with the Small Business Center Network and other colleges and organizations throughout the state. So people, a lot of times, the people that are attracted to us probably have already known me specifically from my other company, Lady Business. So they're used to understanding that we're going to provide that quality, right? But now they're saying, oh my God, you can do it hands-on. So I can come and you can show me, and I can bring my phone and I can bring my computer. Oh my gosh, so you'll do the videos and help me do that? Oh my God, you can help with the pictures. They're loving that, because I think that a lot of times when we look at small businesses, we want to give them resources, and resources are great, but is there anybody to really help you do it? And one of the other things that they really love is we do the curated conferences as well. So here at our facility, we have the ability for you to be able to do like a small mastermind all the way up between 8, 10, 12 to 25 people, which enables people to say, okay, well, look, if I don't have a space, now I can come to your space and I'll, be able to have space to do what I need to do. But it's not just that. We also provide the service of saying, well, we'll help you to market your event, which nobody else does that. And we'll also be there to greet your guests when they come in. If you have a break service, we'll make sure that the food is ready when it's time to do the break service. And so I think a lot of times, entrepreneurs are overwhelmed with not having enough help. There's not enough hands on deck. And so we provide that ability for you to have more hands on deck, which allows you to just shine when it's time to do your event. And it also allows you to shine once you put your content out, because when we're creating that with you, what happens is now you've got 30 days worth of content. So, you can come back every month and work for one day and have your whole month worth of content done, your ideas, your concepts, your videos, your memes, all of that type of stuff. And I don't really see anybody that's doing all of that. Like, you see pieces of things where you'll have a videographer, photographer, somebody that teaches classes, but is there somebody that has all of those aspects and then still is able to connect you to those resources in addition to the hands-on portion? And so that to me has been something that the business owners have told us that they really love. Listen, Greensboro's marvelous. Greensboro is probably, in my opinion, overlooked oftentimes. When you look at the things that come to come to just North Carolina in general, they'll go to Raleigh, they'll go to Durham, they'll go to Charlotte, and then they'll overlook the Triad area as a whole. So not necessarily just Greensboro, but Winston-Salem, High Point. And I think that living here for so many years, it has really taught me that you have to build the things that you want to see. So if I want to see something like this, then I shouldn't have to go out of state and I shouldn't have to go to another city. And I think that that's an important factor. When you look online and you're looking for space to do things, oftentimes you'll find these beautiful, wonderfully decorated spaces and all of this stuff everywhere else. And so my thing was, well, let's see what's missing in Greensboro, but what can we provide that's not like what everybody else is doing? So you do have other spaces that are out there where you can take pictures, right? You do have other spaces that are like co-working spaces. There are other spaces that you can rent, but I haven't seen one that's doing a combination of the things that we're doing. And so I'm always looking to see what can we do to build up wherever we're at, because I think that brings a more vibrant community. So when we talk about being a part of our ecosystem as far as the whole entire state, I want people to come to Greensboro. And it's right here in between everything. So it just makes sense, right? Like the airport's 10, 20 minutes away. Well, depending on how fast you drive. Let's just say it's 20 minutes away, right? So if the airport's 20 minutes away, you're right there at the airport. But then right around the corner, you also have the train station. So you could literally get on the train and go back down to Charlotte or go to Raleigh or go to Durham from here. And you don't even have to drive your car, right? Like you could get an Uber and come over to the office. So being centrally located, and more specifically for us in downtown Greensboro, made a difference too, because we wanted to be as accessible to people. And a lot of people are like, wow, I've never been in this building that you're in. But once they come in, they're like, okay, this is totally you. I understand why you chose this building. And it's giving, my New Yorkness, right? But it's also giving just a great vibe of modernization, beautiful lighting. And it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to help people create their content. All you got to do is go to the website at giveittothepeople.com, and we're on all of the different social media outlets. So this way, if you type in Give It to the People, we do have it abbreviated because it's so long that it wouldn't fit on everything. So for a lot of the social media, it's GIVIT and then the number 2, the THEPPL. But it's just because it's so long. And most of the social media outlets will stop at like 15 characters. So our name just extended. So we did a shorter version of that. But if you go to the website, all of the social media is there. You can click and you can go ahead and find it. And we keep it updated. We also have a pop-up that comes up, which has our newsletter on a weekly basis. So if people join the newsletter, then this way they'll know everything that's happening all the time. And we also have a podcast that's out there where we talk about all of the things like when we started with BIPOC businesses, small businesses, and women-owned businesses. And so we have a variety of different things to be able to help people find us, but then also find out about other great businesses that are in the community.
I hope you enjoyed meeting today's business profile. If you are a business owner who would like to be featured, or you want to nominate someone for Greensboro Business Profiles, send me an email. I look forward to hearing from you and spotlighting our next business profile.